What's up, everyone? It's Jonathan here. Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. Thanks for, tuning in to my sports channel. Welcome to this sports channel. Thank you guys so very much. I'm watching Sunday Night Baseball right now. And, they're talking about the brawl that occurred yesterday, between Tim Anderson and Josh Donaldson. This is a feud that has stemmed from the two teams' last meeting when they played each other in Chicago. Now these two teams are playing each other in New York. The last time these two teams met, there was an altercation between Tim Anderson and Josh Donaldson. Tim Anderson wasn't too happy with the fact that Josh Donaldson, pushed him off the base after applying the tag. Tim Anderson had a few words for Josh Donaldson. Josh Donaldson, chirped back at him. And these two started going at it, and, the benches cleared. The relievers, they stormed out of the dugout, and tempers flared. And now the bad blood has spilled over into this series. Now, Josh Donaldson is, under some fire for allegedly making racial remarks towards Tim Anderson. And Tim Anderson was heated yesterday after the benches cleared once again. The benches cleared. Tim Anderson wanted to kick Josh Donaldson's ass. I mean, he could have beat the living shit out of him. That's how angry he was. That's how irate he was. They, had to restrain him because he was so angry. It took two of his teammates and I think one of the coaches from the dugout to restrain him. When he was down in the dugout, he was still trying to get back out on the field to confront Josh Donaldson. I don't know how true it is because we weren't on the field, so we don't know what was said. But allegedly, Josh Donaldson made racial comments. Now, you could take it however you want to take it. I mean, it depends on the context of the remark or what was said or how it was said. I really don't know Josh Donaldson's intent unless he really elaborates and explains to us what he really meant and what he was aiming at and what even motivated him to make these comments. People are taking it however they want to take it. There's some people who see this as a racial comment, a racist comment. There are other people who are willing to brush it aside, say, okay, look, let's let it go. Let's move on. This incident occurred yesterday. It's not that big of a deal. Here's where I stand with it. Allegedly, here's where I stand with it. There's two sides to every story. So if we weren't on the field, we don't know what was said. Tim Anderson is alleging that he used racist and derogatory, he made racist and derogatory comments that Josh Donaldson made derogatory and racist comments. So did his manager, who sticked up for him as well, Tony La Russa, said that he made those racist comments. You could take this as a compliment because he allegedly referred to him as Jackie Robinson. I mean, you could take this as a compliment because Jackie Robinson was a big name for Major League Baseball. This is a man who broke the color barrier for Major League Baseball. So he's a big part of Major League Baseball history. He has his own day. We reserve his own day in Major League Baseball. Jackie Robinson's day. So I mean, this is a well-known figure, a well-respected man who is celebrated in Major League Baseball. So you can take that as a compliment. Now you can also take it as a racist comment. Or you could be one of those people that just think this is all blown out of proportion. Because from what I read and from what I'm hearing, Tim Anderson referred to himself as Jackie Robinson. He said he wanted to be the next Jackie Robinson of Major League Baseball. He said he wanted to bring fun and excitement back to the game of baseball. So why all of a sudden are you getting angry because someone calls you Jackie Robinson? I mean, it could be deemed offensive, sure. Jackie Robinson went through a lot. He endured a lot of racism. He overcame so many hurdles to get to where he ended up. And it wasn't always easy to put up with people's insults and negative comments and being labeled as the N-word. Now, if Josh Donaldson would have used the N-word, then I would have had a problem with that. Now, I might fly myself to Chicago and have to kick somebody's ass if it went that far. If the N-word was used in any shape or form, I might have had to butt in and intervene. Because that's really crossing the line, and that's using a derogatory term that's inappropriate and very offensive and dismissive. You know, but he did call him Jackie. You know, me and some of the guys, we kind of joked about this situation today, and I know for some people it's not a joking matter. You know, and I told one of my podcasting buddies that, hey, you could call me Ken Griffey Jr. I'll take it. Hell, the guy was one of the best hitters in the game. Had the prettiest swing in baseball, in my opinion. So sure, you could call me. You could call me Ken Griffey Jr. I'm fine with that. You know, but it really depends on how a person take it, because everyone is going to see things differently. And we live in a sensitive world now, so you really, really got to be careful what comes out of your mouth and what you say and how you say it. One word matters. One word can change the context, and one word can also flip the entire narrative. So I guess now Major League Baseball is investigating this. I think that's silly. I think it's utterly silly and ridiculous. I think this is petty. I think they need to move on. Move on and let it go. What are you going to discipline him for? Now, I would understand if he called Tim Anderson the N-word. Because that would be over the top. That would be you know, doing too much. But Tim Anderson can't get mad if someone refers to him as Jackie because he called himself the next Jackie Robinson. He can't get angry. And you know, I was really on Tim Anderson's side yesterday. I know you guys saw my post on Facebook. I was trending, and I was really, you know, on his side. You know, and I thought Josh Donaldson said something far worse than what he said. And then when I read he said Jackie, I kind of chuckled a bit. You know, I kind of chuckled a bit because that's a name of somebody. It's just a name. It's the Jackie Robinson. He's an iconic figure in Major League Baseball. I mean, I would love it if someone called me Jackie Robinson. There would be no public outcry. You know, so I'm just I'm tired of hearing this story. Like, this is petty. I mean, why are we still talking about this? And that's the narrative today around Major League Baseball. And I'm sitting there watching the game, and they're talking about this incident from yesterday. And I feel like this is still far from over. I feel like Tim Anderson is not over it. He's still bitter. He's still butthurt. He's still, enraged. He could really kick Josh Donaldson's ass if he wanted to, but there will be consequences. Then he will have to serve a suspension. He already got suspended once this season for giving Minnesota fans the middle finger, for gesturing the middle finger. This is a guy who needs to learn to keep his cool. This is a guy who needs to learn to keep his emotions in check. This is a guy who lets little shit get the best of him. Yes, I'm using some, curse words in this, because enough is enough. Tim Anderson needs to move on. They need to squash this. Forget about it. Maybe they can go. I don't know. Maybe they can go to dinner. Maybe they could meet up on the field after the game and settle their differences. Because I feel like this is far from being settled. And I feel like this feud can continue on between the White Sox and the Yankees. And it's unnecessary. And the team and their teammates are gonna look out for them, because it's that camaraderie, that brotherhood. So of course you're gonna have your teammates' backs. You're gonna stick up for your teammates. You're gonna defend your guys. Those guys are with their teammates more than they with their own family. So to them, that is family. Away from home. But they're still talking about it. And you can take it however you want to take it. You can take it as inappropriate. You maybe to you it is inappropriate. Maybe to you he could have used a better choice of words. I don't know. It's your personal preference, really. I think it just gives some people something to bitch about, to bitch and complain about. That's what I really think. It gives baseball fans something else to talk about, but in reality, it diverts attention away from what we really should be talking about. And that's baseball itself. I'll see you guys later. I'm about to finish up watching this game. Well, I'm going to watch it for probably the next 10 minutes, and then I'm going to flip over to the Oilers and Flames game 3 in Edmonton. I'll be tuned into that, and then at 6 o'clock, another hour from now, I will be watching the Warriors and the Mavericks game 3. That will be at 6 p.m. So I'll talk to you guys sometime tomorrow or maybe tonight, depending on how the Warriors and the Mavericks game go down. If the Mavericks lose, you guys probably might see this face again tonight. I really think the series is over. We talked about that, but that's a different topic for another video. I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.